Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. All right, I did it. I got a new upgrade with T-Mobile. I'm mad that I had to do that, but when I started weighing all my options, that was actually the best one for me to get a good phone that allows me to do the things that I love to do, which is key to all this, because I could get a cheap phone and it'd take all day for it to upload, bad service, and y'all know how much this voice of mine on this channel means to me, how much all the different things I love to do in a timely fashion, particularly Laker videos, mean to me. So after doing homework on all the different options that I saw, because I'm sure there might have been better ones, the only two options I saw were to buy a phone outright from somewhere, just some type of phone. Anything would have been an upgrade to what I had any damn way. It'd take it to a new carrier, or finance with T-Mobile, who I already have rapport with, because my credit is not good. It's not horrible, but it's the type of thing where if I want to get this phone at AT&T or somewhere else, I have to put down like $400, $300. So that was key to all of this, is how much I would have to put down walking out of the door and how much would be added to my bill. So it's going to be 27 extra bucks on my bill, which is not great at all for my situation. But it would have kind of been that anyway, to be honest with myself, anywhere I went. And for those situations that would allow for me to, like, maybe have a deal. I had one deal that was quoted to me that was like $110 a month, but it would have cost me like $300 plus to get out of there with the phone. So it's like, when your credit's not great, you kind of are forced to stay with the company that you already have good credit with, that you already have good rapport with. And I've been with these guys since 2010. So I had to weigh that into the situation to say, if I don't want to spend $500 on a phone that I can get for $100, then I have to stay with the people I'm with. And then you top that off, I was weighing something else that was pretty important to me, and that is, because I've been with them since 2010, they're likely to work with me when I have financial issues, when I have struggles. Even though I've had my struggles with them in that regard, they've also worked with me. When you get with a new company, the new company doesn't know you, they're probably not going to work with you the same way. And so that is all in my mind as I sit there, and I went into the T-Mobile store. I said, either I'm getting that phone here or I'm cutting off my service. But if I cut off my service, there's no guarantee I'm gonna be able to get a phone anytime soon. You know, it's not. And so my thinking is, I got Bible studies to consider on Sundays. I need my phone to be able to communicate with my uncle to ensure that everything gets done every week. I can't afford to not have a phone that has connected to a carrier. And the icing on the cake, to be honest with you, happened on the way here. When I use my tap card, which is for those who are out of this state, or out of this city rather, tap card is your bus pass. The bus pass is digital on your phone. And so what it requires is that you, when you switch phones, you upload the tap card app. Then when you upload the app, I probably should go to the bank and make sure I have some money for quarters, because I don't have any quarters. I'm gonna do that now. When you upload the app, then from there, instantaneously, you can switch your tap card from one device to the next. So when I realized my phone was not gonna work at all, I had to take the tap card off of that one and put it on the temporary phone that didn't have any service unless it has Wi-Fi connected to it. What I didn't quite put together in my skull was that you need service in order to use the tap card. So even though I could prove that I had plenty of stuff, money loaded onto the card, which I have plenty through the program that I'm in, just basically makes riding fare basically free for me. It wasn't allowing me to use that fare upon arriving at the train station. So I found myself in a real pickle, because I had to stop and talk to a cop, a hating ass black dude too. I did not want to talk to this brother. And I had to tell him what was going on with my situation. Like, look, man, here, it's proof. I have plenty of fare loaded on the tap card. Problem is, my phone doesn't have any service. I'm actually headed to a carrier to try to take care of that. And he let me in. He did let me in. Reluctantly, with a lot of hate in his heart, he let me in. And so, it was one of them situations where, that was humbling, to say the least. But, thank God he was willing to do it. So, because if not, then I wouldn't have been able to get on the train, because he sure wasn't going to let me on the train illegally. I don't know what they have in the day, but it was like super cop day at all the train stations. There was at least 8 cops at every train station at the gate. So it was like, man, it's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to even get where I need to go if I don't have a phone on carrier. You know what I mean? Because they don't have Wi-Fi in the train station, which would have helped if they did, but they don't. So it was like, if I can't prove that I actually can use this thing, then there are going to be times where they're going to be like, well, you may have it loaded on your phone, but we're not letting you in because you're not allowing us to take it off of your phone so you can use the fare. So it's like, I needed a phone. I needed a phone that allowed for me to use my tap card. Now, what I ended up doing is buying a physical tap card. But the key to all of this is, it has, whatever your fare is that you have loaded up, it can only be on one card at a time. So either it's going to be on one phone or the next is going to be on a card or no phone, but it can't be in multiple areas. It's only going to be in one spot. So the process of trying to switch it to a card, I'm not sure. It might be instantaneous, just like the phones are, but it might take 2-3 days. Who knows for it to load on the card. And you have to call them to do that, to get it transferred to a card, I think. Actually, no, that's not good information. That's not true. You can't do that via the app. Forgive me, that's not good information. But yeah, man, so there's just a lot of little things that go with my phone. And a big part of the problem is there's a lot of stuff on the old phone that I would like transferred to the new phone. So time is of the essence, because you can't charge that phone. I'm not able to charge it. So it becomes a situation where it's like, if I don't hurry and get a phone, there's a decent chance that when I try turning on the phone that I had, it ain't gonna turn on, and it's just gonna be a paperweight from there. So it's like, I gotta make a decision quickly or just suffer the ills of losing everything that I had on that phone. Now, I don't know. He said that they may not be the smart switch option anymore. They might have gotten rid of that. So that makes what I was trying to do obsolete any damn way. But we're gonna find that out when I get in the house. But all things considered, remotely, I should be able to switch things from one phone to the next, because I had no problem doing that with the old phone to the latest, temporary cheapy phone that I bought from Cricket that I also use when Wi-Fi is on. But I don't have it connected to any service. But last night I didn't have any problem using smart switch to get things onto it. It just didn't have enough memory to load everything. The phone I have here has the exact same memory as the phone that I'm used to, so that's perfect for me. 146 or whatever. I don't know. I think it's somewhere in the mid hundreds, 150, something like that. So that's enough memory for me to load up all of what I have going on. And I got Google storage for everything else, so I'm not really worried about too much handheld memory, so to speak. It's not, I paid for Google storage, so that should be fine. But yeah, man, I just had to bite the bullet and stay with T-Mobile, even though I really didn't want to. But looking at all the options that I had, it was probably best in this situation to stay with somebody that I have credit with, rather than to get with an AT&T and start the process of building rapport. And if I have any financial issue, there's no guarantee that they're going to be willing to work with me and all of that. A lot of the things that they cite when I have these financial issues with T-Mobile is, well, we see you've been with us since 2010, so we're willing to work with you. It's like, yeah, I know. So that's what's in my head when I'm trying to figure out how to handle this situation. So, I prayed about it a lot. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I didn't pray endlessly about this situation. I did. I was asking God for putting me in the right situation. And, I think it worked out, man. I like the phone. It's excellent. It's what I'm used to. And to be honest with you, it just kind of was the best option for me, putting myself in a position to have a phone right now, something that I don't have to do too much adjusting to, because it's the same Samsung setup, so it's no adjustment. And right now in my life, this big age, I don't want to switch from Samsung to iPhone right now. I figured I may do it someday, but I'm kind of locked into my ways. I like doing things in a timely fashion. I know how to use my Samsung. Everything is where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Just click, 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 click. Ain't no learning, ain't no unlearning. So I went with it, man. I went with the Samsung 25 LE, I believe it is, which is essentially the same thing as the Samsung 25, just like a lesser version. I think it has like a little less memory and a larger screen, so that's kind of cool. And I was talking to the guy at the T-Mobile store, and they were laughing at me because they're like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Why does he have this old-ass phone? You never upgraded? But, like, my thing was, no, dog. I don't want to be leasing the phone to you guys. I paid this phone off 5 years ago. Like, I'm going to use this thing to the last drop, and that's exactly what I did. I used that thing till I couldn't anymore, and I paid it off early in its tenure. I think I probably dropped over $2,000, honestly, on that damn phone, because it had extra memory. It was for the time anyway. That amount of memory is standard now, but at the time that was like more. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I had it at the time. I was in a much better financial position. I was working. My mom had left me the 401k. It was still in place, so it wasn't nothing for me to drop $2,000 at that time. This time, hell no, I ain't living like that right now. So that's the update, man. I should be able to do everything I normally do. I don't know how I'm gonna budget this bill, because I'm already struggling with the bill. But at the end of the day, man, I just needed a new phone if I want to continue to do the things I love to do. And you know, the phones that I was using, they would have been fine if I had every option for myself with those phones, but I didn't. Things that I really needed, this thing had to be connected to a carrier. So I did what I had to do, man. Anyway, I'm where I need to be. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. BDF 44. Thank you for watching.